This is Andi Purewal for ID Boxing. I'm joined by world champion Sonny Edwards here in Sheffield. Sonny, firstly, how are you?
So what's his channel called?
ID Boxing.
ID Boxing, a new outfit, yeah?
It's a new outfit. One mate you should know very well after you had Mr. Rob Turbot come up to the gym to see you the other day. But yeah, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Fantastic. It's a great fight week. It's a great fight card. We've got 3 lads on the card, so yeah, great. Looking forward to it. Thank you to Eddie and the Matchroom for the hospitality. I did a bit of media work on the old DAZN, I think it's an app or something. I think, so yeah, it's been a good little afternoon.
Sonny, before we come on to yourself, let's start off with your camp mates, obviously fighting on Saturday night. Dalton Smith just finishing his workout in the ring. Sonny, you've worked with him for years now. You've seen him in and out of that gym. There's a lot of excitement building around Dalton, a lot of expectation that he will become a world champion one day. For you, from what you see, what is it about him in particular that stands out, that impresses you?
He just does so much well. He does so much great. He doesn't make too many mistakes, especially in the last few fights. I think he's been very measured, very composed, very controlled. Like, he's been very spiteful as well. I think he's grown into every fight with confidence and discipline. Yeah, I think he's shown everything you'd need to not only be a good fighter at a good level or a great fighter at a great level, but a potential star. I mean, he's very popular, he's very humble, he's a very nice lad. He's Sheffield born and bred. I think you can, the rumour mill, the whispers, and the ticket sales have gone well. It's looking like it's going to be a great night. It really is. It's all on him. He's got Sheffield Wednesday behind him. There's a few of the players here. I see Alex Hunt, a good friend of his, beside me now. Yeah, it's great for the city. I think Sheffield's been maybe struggling a bit last couple of years because they've had some shows, but they haven't always been the best sold, and the fights have been hard to get interested, and fighters were kind of at awkward positions in their career. But you got Dalton, first big fight, first big title fight, British title, and he's headlining his home arena. I mean, it's fantastic.
During Dalton's career, he's never really had to show that. He's had to quickly go through the gears to get a result. It's all just come naturally for him whenever he's fought, just kind of taking it in his own stride and in his time when he's in the ring. At what level do you think we will need to see him kind of quickly manoeuvre through the gears where he's up against a more difficult proposition and opponent?
I don't know, because I feel like, if anything, when it starts getting harder, if anything, you don't think about going faster, you think about being more calculated. I think the first few fights he was really looking to get him out there early. I think the Nathan Bennett was a big eye-opener for him, that fight, when he had the good knockdown in a lockdown fight camp or whatever it was. The round he stopped trying to hurt him, he knocked him out, you know what I mean? And I think that opened his eyes a bit, ease in, let their danger go a bit and be calculated, find the shots, get the looks, see their areas of vulnerability. He's doing that now where before he wasn't. He was going in there, seeing a target in front of him and using his confidence and his natural physical attributes to try and just maul through him. I'm not doing that now. And if anything, I'd advise never doing that again, especially as the levels are going up. He's a great fighter with a great IQ. He knows his way around a boxing ring. He's been doing it all his life. And I think Simon Mason is a decent level opposition, but if I'm honest, I can't see him posing, much more of a threat into the second half of the fight. I think it'll be a good fight while it lasts, but I do think Dalton will get him out there in the back end of the fight.
Sonny, a word as well on Junaid and Nico. Massive opportunity for the pair of them.
Yeah, I mean, Junaid, as I've said before, one of the most talented fighters I've trained alongside. We joined, Steel City within about a month or two apart of each other, so we've known each other well for a long time. Nico was brought in as a sparring partner for Moruti, and then kind of just turned pro and stayed. And another very talented lad, come off GB, had boxed for Italy and England, represented them internationally before that. Very, very bunch of talented lads. Outside of that, you just saw a few of the lads get in there. The whole of the Steel City gym is hitting levels in boxing and in their boxing careers as well. Within the amount of 3-4 months, we could have 3 different headline shows in 3 different complete countries, you know what I mean? Which, how often does that happen? Especially where we still are in the early stages. Like, I'm 26, Dalton's younger than me, he's 25, and Junaid 20, Nico 21, 22. John Dock 25, 26. Like, we've got a very young squad that are right now doing a lot. Give us another 5 years when everyone's name's bigger because you've been in just more exposure. Win, lose or draw, that's what happens at the back end of your boxing. So I don't know where we'll be in a few years, but I'm really excited to be a part of it, and probably the one at the forefront of it at the moment, being the only world champion. But look, there's Dalton and there's a few other lads in the gym that are hot on my tails, trying to show that they're ready for that level. And I genuinely think we'll have, in the next 5-10 years, another 3, 4, 5 world champions. Not world titles, because I'll get them myself. I mean, actual different champions come through our gym. I genuinely believe in our position in boxing that much.
Sonny, I can see the excitement when you speak about the gym and the talent you have is there for everybody to see. Something I've seen you speak about on social media is maybe you don't feel that Grant gets enough recognition as a trainer. Do you think that he gets recognised enough, that he's received the credit for what he's doing with you guys?
I don't know. I've said at times when the British Board Trainers of the Years, and we've got one of the 3-4 world champions, had 20-something fights apart, that British titles, international titles, and didn't even get nominated and stuff. Maybe in times like that, but at the end of the day, what does that matter? It doesn't. People know the reputation precedes itself. When you're versing one of Grant's trainers and one of his, one of our gym members, it's hard times. It's not an easy fight. No, I could sit there and challenge you in one fight, and there's not been one easy one for no one. So maybe he don't get the credit, but at the same time, if he was going down this line and doing 5-6 interviews every single day, every single media, every single fight week, every single time, people come to the gym, and as you know and can vouch for, he runs out the gym before the cameras can get out. He doesn't care. He doesn't care to be in the public eye. He doesn't care to be accepted or appreciated or seen as this great trainer that invented the wheel. Grant knows he knows boxing. I mean, Grant is very good at teaching, coaching and staying disciplined and maintaining a boxer. Second to none in my opinion. His professionalism is second to none. Sometimes he doesn't communicate the best, and maybe that's why he doesn't want to be in. So what? Then you have people making comment on an interview and they don't actually know the brain that's inside him. When you've got mouthpieces like me that can do all the talking, do you know what I mean? I'll sell all the fighters. I'll be doing the corners, helping out sometime soon. So, he doesn't need to be the face. He can be the brains. He can be the fucking legs. He can be the arm, the miles in the car. He can be all of that. He'll do all of that before he needs to come and stand in front of an interview and tell you how good of a trainer he is, and that's why. Do you know what I mean?
Sonny, moving on to yourself, obviously there was some talk recently, once again, of Julio Cesar Martinez fight resurfacing. Gone a little quiet recently. What's your understanding as to where things stand with that?
Yeah, it's gone quiet because it's all good. Every little milestone, benchmark, whatever you want to call these little obstacles, we have to come over. Yep, that's fine. Couple of days later, that's fine. Couple of days later, that's fine. Obviously, when you're dealing with this level of fight, the level of teams, the level of promotional outfits, sports, legal lawyers, venues across the world titles, mandatories, voluntary. When you're dealing with all those spinning plates, it's not a 6-rounder in York call. Do you want to fight? Here's your purse, go. We'll send you an opponent a week before. Do you know what I mean? It's miles away from that. So it's all going in the right direction. I know they want it. You sure as hell know I want it. And I think I've bullied everyone else enough into wanting it as well, you know what I mean? I've spent the last 18 months building and trying to make this fight. It's like we've got here, nearly, and then I'll announce myself. Because I thought I did that the first time, and then the other 2 times, making easy work of world level or world fringe level opposition. But this will be announced to me, because when I do what I've done to the other 18, to Martinez, and it's no different or no harder or no easier than Moruti or Samba or Marcel Braithwaite, when it's just the same. Yeah, I might touch cameras. When I get up, I just win. I win every round quite clearly. When it's just the same as it has been, no one's seen me in a close fight, then people are going to have to start saying, hold on, this kid really is special. So you remember, I don't box to go in and show my skills and show everyone how good I am and convince you that I'm this. I go in there and I just dissect my opposition. Whatever step they're making, I make. Whatever shot they're firing, I make a miss. And they're giving me the script, and I'm Clark turning the page. Do you know what I mean? It's that simple. I box to react to them. So I will do the same thing I've always been doing. I'll jab his head off, hit him when I want to, make him miss, get him frustrated. You know, who knows? He might quit. Who knows?
Sonny, do you have an idea in your own mind as to when you're hopeful of having that fight announced? Then again, fingers crossed, everything just gets kind of signed up.
Tomorrow, hopefully. The day after that would be nice. If not, the day after that, and keep following that until we get to, like, I've wanted this fight announced 14 weeks out when I first heard. I'm ready to go, let's announce it Monday. What's the hold up? Trust me. Like, but obviously you got to go through this conversation, that conversation, and you got to remember as well, when you're dealing with the people that we're dealing with for this fight, we're dealing with like the top people that are also dealing with the other top fights going on around the world. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, when we're not when a fight comes round, no calls are getting made from Friday to Sunday, and we're back on it Monday. You know what I mean? So it takes a little bit of time. I feel like we're there now. I feel like we've got the green light from everyone. It's just about pointing at the destination, booking our flights, and, you know what I mean, firing the trigger. Like, I'm good to go. I've been in the gym for about whenever I last fought, a week after that. I've been in the gym the whole time. I'm ready.
Sonny, final one before I let you go. Another name that's been kind of touted with yourself is Bam Rodriguez. Would you happily go in with Bam on the back of a fight with Julio Cesar Martinez?
Ideally, that's what would be my next. I mean, I'm not here for interim fights. I'm not here for fights that people aren't really interested for. I want Bam after Martinez. Obviously, I've got to get for him. I've got to beat him first. Like, that's not an easy. Martinez is a world-class fighter. I've got to beat him first. But when I do beat him, Bam Rodriguez is the number one target. I feel like he's the guy that most people are telling me I can't beat. Like, he's the guy that most people are pointing at and saying, well, he's going to beat you. So he's the fight I want, and I think, I don't know his plans. I've heard some whispers, don't know his plans. I mean, I heard Nakatani is moving up, but that's been whispered for months now, so I think he's still got the title as it stands. If he moves up, Bam Rodriguez might go for that. Then maybe Dalakayan might be an option for him, I don't know. Or maybe we have Dalakayan, or in between, I don't know. Ideally though, if I could fight Martinez, someone or them two could unify, whoever they are over there, whether it's Nakatani or whoever, and then we could bring all 4 belts together, no matter who it is. That would be ideal. But maybe I fight Bam, beat him, and then while the other two clean up the belts, who knows? But the fights are there to be made, and I'm willing. I'll be the first person to put my hand up. I want the next, the first, the best, the biggest. I'm an easy person to make a fight with. Just ask Eddie. You know what I mean? I'm sure Eddie's probably more looking forward to working with me again than Martinez. I'll be real. Let's be real. Let's call it how we see it. You know what I mean? Within 2 days, less than that, everything was agreed on my side. Me traveling across the country, or not across the country, across the world. So I'm probably the easiest person in boxing to make a fight with, because I want to fight so much. Because they mean so much to me, I won't be trying to hold out on just having a cash grab, or I need to get paid this to make sure. Nah, pay me fair, pay me square, and I'm there. You know what I mean? And Eddie did that. Well, is what we've agreed. That just put it that way. All of that side of things is done. That business is done. Was done. Took 24 hours. Done. It's just some more, you know, the IBF, WBC, mandatory, step aside. There was just all of them hurdles out of my pay grades. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't got enough experience in promoting shows to give you any sort of idea of when it could be announced, or what's left to come, or it is what it is for me. I'm ready, and the moment that it's signed, we're gonna have some fun.
Right, Sonny, we'll leave that there now, because I know your gym mates are probably shooting off. I don't want to see you get left behind. But it's a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for speaking to me and ID Boxing.
No worries at all.